Hey guys, this is a follow-up video to my comparison between the Ultra B and the Light B. Just a little background, I own both of these bikes. I got the Light B about 8 months ago. I ordered it through a US dealership. I got the Ultra B from Alibaba 2 months ago. And I put about 200 miles on the Ultra B now, and I probably got 500 or so on the Light B. So I would say, decent amount of experience on both bikes now. Both bikes, they're different. It's in a way hard to compare those because it's apple and oranges really, because the Light B it's not really a motorcycle kind of in the traditional sense, maybe harken back to 100 years ago type of motorcycle maybe. I mean a bicycle with an engine on it sort of thing. The Ultra B is a motorcycle. Okay, there's no way that you're gonna mistake it for anything other than a motorcycle. It's not a bicycle with an engine on it. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. So, a follow-up to my last video, somebody suggested putting the bikes closer together so that you can see them better and compare them, how they look and so forth. So that's what I'm doing now. And we'll just kind of do an aerial here of both bikes. I'll go through I made a list of items of comparison that I'll go through as you guys look at the bikes. First, we'll start off with size. The seat height of the stock LBX, well, mine measured. I did change the tires, so everything else is stock though. The seat height is 34 inches. The seat height of the Ultra B, in contrast, is 36. And it actually looks taller than that, but I measured it. It's 36. Now, I did put the 18-21 wheel set on there. So yeah, length, the LBX is 74 inches long and the Ultra B is 78 inches long. And you can see I lined up the front tires with this line right here. And then you can see that the Ultra B is longer. The price, so I looked up, I bought my Light B from a US distributor, and I paid $4,500 for it, which, to be honest with you, feels like a ripoff now. That bike should not cost that much money, but from Alibaba with shipping, you should be able to get it for about $38. That's what I found on the Reddit forum. I bought my Ultra B for $5,800, which is shipped to my door, and that's the only way I would recommend buying these bikes, is through Alibaba. Just do it safely using PayPal. Upgrades, the Ultra B doesn't really require any upgrades out of the box, but I would say, like in my case, I wanted to make the bars higher, so I got extensions for the handlebars. I did get some new pegs. The pegs were sufficient, but I got some new pegs for it anyway. And I mentioned the wheels, but I'm just going to say roughly, about $100 in upgrades is all you really need to do on the Ultra B. In contrast, the Light B, you're going to put about $500 into the bike to make it safe and rideable. Even like you have to replace the brake pads off the get-go. You have to install this little bar to keep the frame from bending. It's just got more, you need a better headlight There's just more upgrades that you have to do to this bike to make it safe and rideable. So I say about $500 on those upgrades. So the price difference for riding these bikes is not as much as you would think. It's only about $1,500 after you add in the upgrade cost. The top speed of the Light Bee, and this is not statistics I found on the web, this is my actual testing. The Light Bee has a top speed of 43 miles an hour. The Ultra Bee, 56 miles an hour. Acceleration, that goes to the Ultra Bee. It's much faster off the block in a sport mode versus the LBX, and I'm talking about with the wire cut and sport mode and everything else. The Ultra Bee is just faster off the block. Braking, the Light Bee has bicycle brakes on it essentially. The Ultra Bee has motorcycle brakes, so they're far better. Not a comparison really. Suspension, the same thing. I've dialed in my Light Bee suspension and it's okay, but the Ultra Bee has real motorcycle suspension. It's far better. You can look at the difference in spring size. This is the Light Bee. This is the Ultra Bee. The Light Bee also has air forks for the front shocks, and the Ultra Bee has real motorcycle forks. The comfort, you can just tell that the seat is much bigger on the Ultra Bee, and it's much more comfortable. The Light Bee is okay for short rides, but your butt will start hurting after about an hour or so. I know there's upgrades on it, so you know, you get an upgraded seat, it might be better, but also the ergonomics of sitting on the Ultra Bee are just far better, especially if you're a taller person. I'm 6'1", and the Light Bee is pretty cramped filling, even after raising the handlebars and after lowering the foot pegs. It still has a cramped feel to it. Yeah, the Ultra Bee is just way more comfortable. The weight of the bikes, the Light Bee is around 110. The Ultra Bee is about 180 or so in stock form. You can feel a difference in the weight. The Light Bee is I mean, you ride it around, you get on it, it's very super light, featherweight almost. The Ultra Bee for a motorcycle though is very light. I'm used to, you know, 250, 300-pound motorcycles, so it feels very light to me. I had my first little spill on it a day or two ago, and it was easy to lift it up, far easier than dirt bikes I've owned. The Ultra Bee has a lot of additional settings and features than the Light Bee. One of the most useful is a reverse mode. It will actually go in reverse. It's nice when you're in trails and you're stuck and you're trying to get out of some predicament. Bike trails. Do not ride this Ultra Bee in a bike trail. It is a motorcycle. Do not ride it on sidewalks. I see these stupid YouTubers doing that. Don't do that. Okay, it's a motorcycle. If you want to do that, then although it's still not legal as a bicycle, use the Light Bee for that purpose. Wear a nice e-bike bicycle helmet and take it easy and be respectful. Don't be an idiot. Don't be a jerk. And you can get by with riding bike trails on the Light Bee. Sidewalks, same thing. Please don't ride the Ultra Bee on sidewalks. I've seen some YouTube videos where people are doing that. Don't do that. Okay, Light Bee, you can get by with it. Trails, I'm talking like motorcycle trails, you can ride either one. You're going to have a far better experience on the Ultra Bee than on the Light Bee on riding trails. You're going to go over the little bumps, even logs and stuff on the Ultra Bee. It's going to be more difficult on the Light Bee, but it'll still be fun. Road riding, okay? I'm talking about with the speed limit is 50 or 55 miles an hour, I feel unsafe on the Light B. It does not feel safe to me. And cars getting up behind you and you're doing top speed of 40 miles an hour and they're pushing right in behind you, and I feel like it could get bad. I try to get off the road as I see somebody coming up behind me and just completely get off the road and let them pass. But I've encountered a couple of potentially dangerous situations on the Light B, and it's just because the top speed is limited. Of course, you could upgrade the control, the battery, the motor. Now you're getting into some major expense. I don't recommend that sort of thing, because the whole bike is built for what it is. A 30 mile per hour device, 40 at the most, and to pump these up and get them up to 70 miles an hour seems very dangerous to me. If you want to do road riding, you need a motorcycle. You need the Ultra B between these two bikes. And that brings me to registration and tag. I did get my Ultra B tag through Dirt Legal. And if you get the Alibaba version of this bike, it does come with turn signals and working brake lights. So it's got everything you need in terms of the the equipment of the bike to have it registered and so forth. Volts, the battery on the Ultra B is 72 volts and Light B is 60 volts. The wattage is 12.5K on the Ultra B versus 6K on the Light B. And one other thing I was going to mention here is I mentioned that I did trade these. I did get the 1821 wheel set with some really great dirt tires on it. Well, I did keep and I don't ride those on the road. That's for going to the trails, putting the bike on my trailer and take it to the trails and ride it for 3 or 4 hours till the battery runs low. But I kept the stock wheels, and I put Shinko 777 tires on it. So street tires, these are really nice and give you a smooth ride. I can get up to about 58 miles an hour with these tires on it. And it's a really nice little commuter ride when you do it that way. Okay, I don't know what else there is to cover here, but hopefully that will, let's sum it up. Do you want a motorcycle? Do you want to ride on the road? Do you want to ride on the dirt? Do you want to get it registered and tagged? Okay, Ultra B. There's no other option here between these two. Ultra B. Do you want to ride primarily on bicycle trails and sidewalks and other places that bicycles might go? Light B. Okay, now if you're fortunate enough to be able to get both, then get both. And that's what I did. I don't plan on getting rid of my Light B. It would be a difficult choice for me to pick between the two. I said in my previous video I would go to the Light B, and I mean the Ultra B is a far better machine, and I've found myself riding it mostly these days and don't ride the Light B very much. So my answer may have changed since then. It may very well be Ultra B at this point. It's just a wonderful machine. But I still love this little Light B. I'm going to keep it so I can ride it in bike trails. Also go camping, so I'm going to take it camping with me so I can zip around the campsite and stuff like that. Anyway, I hope this is helpful in helping you guys make a decision between the two bikes if you have to. And yeah, so I want to make one other point and I'll be done here. The Ultra B, there's a lot of competitors coming out for the Ultra B these days, and you almost feel like you have buyer's remorse every time you see one of these things. But honestly, since I've gotten this wheel set put on here and I got this street wheel set I've got everything that I want. This bike is marvelous. The only improvement that I wish I could make is more range. Okay, especially with the street setup. I can only get about 25 miles at top speed, and that's kind of my only gripe about the bike. Is that a little bit more range, maybe another 5 miles an hour on top speed, but it's a wonderful bike. They both are. All right, this video has gotten long too. You guys have a great evening. Bye.